Okay, hello everybody. Do you hear me? No. Yeah. Yes, and no. Do you hear me? Yes. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. So, hello everybody. I'm Gérald Vignal. I'm working in RTE, the French TSO, and I would like to say you a few words about a new project that we are investigating on new forms of energy exchanges. And the objective is really to empower the consumer. So to begin, two slides to present you where we are today in France. In France, we have a market design that is a DR-friendly market design. That is to say that demand response can participate to all the markets in France on an equal footing with production. We have a real competition between DR products and production products. And it's a consequence of a lot of evolution in terms of market design, because of course many changes have been made in the market rules to enable DR product to directly participate to the various markets. So the key point is the fact that in France, each consumer, even residential consumer, can freely choose an independent aggregator to valorize its own flexibility. So as a consumer, you can have a retailer for energy, and you can valorize your flexibility through either your retailer or through an independent aggregator, demand response operator. So it's possible in France since more than 4 years. And these principles, as you probably know, are now a part of the European directives. So, first point. Second point, to do that, we put in place some data hubs to give the full information to all the consumers, to be able to really compete with the incumbent market actors. So just a few figures. So today in France, DR provides roughly 2 gigawatts of flexibility for the French electric system. We saw that DR really fostered competition, because as TSO we saw a real drop in the cost of reserves procurement, thanks to this competition between demand response and production. And of course, this evolution in terms of market design empowered the consumer, because we put in place a new layer of competition between traditional actors and new entrants, DR operator. So it's just an overview of the French energy market today. So as maybe you know, we have also a capacity market in France. So we can trade two products on the market, capacity and energy. And demand response can participate to all the market, both for energy and for capacity. And demand response can freely participate. I mean, as a consumer, you do not need to have a prior agreement from your supplier to valorize on the markets your flexibility. That is to say, you can, for instance, it's the NEBEF mechanism, you can valorize directly on the day-ahead market your flexibility. And of course, there is a certification process which is made by RTE that enable this valorization and that enable to have one single fungible product on the market, on the energy market or on the capacity market, so that when you buy an energy product or a capacity product that comes from a demand response aggregator, of course, you do not know that it comes from demand response. From the point of view of buyer, it's just energy of capacity. And there is a certification process behind that is managed by the TSO and also the DSO to have the equivalence between energy and capacity that comes from different sources. So that's the current situation in France, and we have these free choice that is possible for all consumers to valorize its own flexibility, but this free choice is limited to flexibility. So the basic idea of our project is to enlarge this free choice to all the products. That is to say, not only flexibility, but also energy and also capacity. So at the end, it's the final step that is mentioned on the slide, which is step 3. The idea for all consumers is to have a free choice for energy sources, also capacity sources, so that as a consumer you could buy a part of your energy from your retailer, but you could also buy directly some period of time during the year a part of the energy from PV producers, for instance. Or also, if you have some PV installation, of course, you could also self-commission a part of your production. So the idea is really to increase the freedom of choices for all the consumer. And what is represented in this slide is the different steps we had in the past. So the basic idea for us is really in a nutshell, the objective of the liberalization is really to reinforce the role of the consumer. So the first step was of course, to scrap the public monopoly, and then all the consumers had the choice of its own retailer. But once you have chosen a retailer, in a sense, the retailer was a kind of monopoly for its own sites. The step 2, it's what I mentioned with demand response. That is to say, each consumer have the choice, have the opportunity to choose its own aggregator to valorize its flexibility. So it was a huge evolution in terms of market design for the French electric system, because prior this step 2, the only way to valorize your flexibility as a consumer was to valorize through your retailer. And you couldn't separate energy and flexibility. It was the step 2. And so I mentioned the regulation which has evolved and which is linked to these evolution. And for us, the step 3 is to enlarge these principles to all the energy and capacity product. And of course, it will enable peer-to-peer exchanges, for instance. It will enable each consumer to have various retailers, and it will be the end, of the monopoly of retailer for each site. It's basically the idea of a project. And today in France, we have some experimentation to do that. Okay, 5 minutes. We have some experimentation to do that. What is mentioned, it's experimentation on collective self-consumption. So it's a way for a consumer to buy energy that comes from a waste producer that is different from your retailer. So we have some experimentation, but it's quite limited because it's limited to an area. It's a local experimentation. So you may wonder, okay, that's interesting, but why RTE? Why the French TSO is speaking about this? Well, the first reason is quite simple, is the fact that RTE in France is in charge of the market rules on BRP and also on capacity markets. So to do that, we have to make evolution in terms of market design, and we are in charge in France. It's not the case in all the countries, but in France, it's the TSO which is in charge to consult and to elaborate these market rules. And of course, then the market rules are approved by the regulator. So the first barrier to do that is a regulatory barrier, and we have to adapt our market rules first. So first point. The second point, we deeply think that we should scrap all the geographic barriers, because today in many experimentation you could have some peer-to-peer exchanges, but only with your neighbors. So the idea is to enable this kind of exchanges with all the market participants and all the consumers without geographical barriers. So you see the role of the networks in this configuration. And of course, the last but not least barriers are digital barriers, because thanks to breakthrough in digital tools, it's possible today to change these market rules and to have new market arrangement. So the basic idea is this one is to enable each consumer, it's on the right, to have various BRP and to be able to switch from one BRP to another BRP depending of the choice made by the consumer. And it's possible, of course, thanks to digital layers that will be put in place between consumer and the various BRP. Today, the current market model is a model in which a consumer is linked to a unique BRP. So, of course, you can change your BRP, but once you have chosen the BRP, you cannot buy your energy inside another BRP. So we have to become more agile to make evolution in terms of market design, but also in terms of digital tools managed by the TSO and the DSO. So the basic idea is really to put in place a three layers architecture. So first, the idea is to put in place a regulated platform managed by the TSO and the DSO to reconcile all these new exchanges, so all these new peer-to-peer exchanges. It's the first layer, it's a regulated domain. Second layer, we will probably have many digital transactional platforms. So today in France, we only have two platforms. In fact, one operated by Apex and another operated by Nord Pool, the two entities in charge of the market. In the future, we will have probably many digital platforms to buy and to sell electricity. And of course, at the end, we will have final consumers and producers. So to do that, the idea is to launch some experimentation in France. So we will adapt first the market rules. So the good news is the fact that we will have a regulatory sandbox for energy in France, because we had an evolution of the regulation in France. And the idea is to launch this experimentation in 2020. and to modify, of course, if it's a success, to modify the mainstream market arrangement rapidly after these first experimentation on peer-to-peer exchanges and on these new forms of energy exchanges. Thank you for your attention.
Can people hear me through this microphone? Before we go to questions, is Hervé Quatrelive, is he here? In your schedule, it says that Nicolas Wojnarowski from Enedis is going to speak, but I understand we have a replacement. So, okay. Then in the meantime, until we wait for the next speaker, are there any questions for Mr. Vignal? Yeah, it's okay.
Thank you. I have one question for the step 3, consisting of choosing...
No,
can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Maybe I need, yes.
Hey.
Well, we will have, yes, it works? Yes. Yes, the question is about the timing for the step 3. So the idea is really to have this experimentation in 2020 in France. And we hope that it will be possible to modify the mainstream market rules in 2022. So the idea is to move swiftly on this because we think, but we will see with the experimentation, but we think that the technologies are mature. So we have all the solution, the technical solution, and the idea is really to test the integration of these various platforms and to be able to be sure that it works, and also to test the interest of the various consumers to engage in this kind of exchanges.
I want to know if you have more information about the platforms. If the platforms is working with the billing and metering, the both.
Well, the digital tools could be more agile, but the platform. Well, in fact, we will have two kinds of platform. The first, the regulated platform, it's really a regulated platform which will be managed by TSO and DSO. And today we have this kind of platform, but it's limited in terms of size. Because today in France we have various between 30 and 40 active BRP. So 40 market players. The idea is to go to thousands and even more market players. So we have to really adapt and, in fact, to put in place a new regulated platform. But I mean, it's the job of the TSO and of the DSO. We have a tariff and a regulator for that, so it's our job. The second platforms, yes, it's really the objective, in fact, of the experimentation, because there are many startups and also big enterprises that have their own platforms, but they use these platforms for their own clients. So the idea is to test if they can also use this kind of platform to organize exchanges between their clients and the clients of other retailers. So are they ready to do that? How? And what about standardization in terms of data flows. So the idea is really in fact, we have many enterprises that have these kind of platforms, and the idea is to give a real experimentation. And of course, also, we could imagine, I don't know, but we could imagine that some incumbent actors, like the power exchanges, could be interested to test this kind of platforms. We will see.
I have a question as well. Do you hear me? Do you hear me now? Okay, perfect. I would like to know what are the conditions to enter this test phase as a company, or if it's like everybody can play, or if there are any rules, or do you have to apply for test projects?
Yes, the basic idea is to have an open experimentation. So we will put in place derogatory market rules. To participate as an enterprise, you will have to accept these derogatory market rules, and that's all. And then you will be able to participate. So the really idea is to have this open access. So we do not want to put in place another smart grids demonstrator, which is a closed approach. Here, it's really to have an open approach, and of course, you will have to comply with the rules, and also to comply with some standards in terms of data, because you will have to interface with the regulated platform, and of course, you will have to provide some data, but it will be quite simple at the beginning.
Are there any other questions before we move on to our next speaker? Okay, then I think we move on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.